Fourth round of the Challenge Cup. It's going to be Rowan Milnes to put boot to ball. Wigan will have first use of possession in this Challenge Cup tie as Bradford get proceedings underway. So here we go again, back on that Friday evening Rugby League roller coaster. That is the Challenge Cup, as the undefeated Wigan Warriors host the Bradford Bulls in this exciting fourth round tie. And it's fair to say, thus far, the Bradford Bulls have generated a lot of hype and interest in 2026. Let's see how they go this evening. So Wigan with first use of the ball. It is going to be O'Neill out of acting half, looking for those willing running forwards, and it is going to be an early kick here from Smith on tackle number 4, and that is going to turn around at Callum Aikins. And there's just a little bit too much there from Harry Smith on that kick from just inside his own first half. A very good defensive set from Bradford, forcing Wigan to kick early. It'll be tapped there by Aikins to Ryan. Ryan back to Aikins. That is the 0 tackle. And it is going to be Aikins who'll get to his feet. He'll play the ball in front of around 700 to 800 Bradford supporters to our left. And certainly a big crowd here in Challenge Cup terms as we see Hooley take the line on, but he is brought down there by Nisemba, just 20 shy of halfway. Ackers now to Mellor, to Milnes, to Aikins, and Aikins there is brought down on Bradford's 30-metre line. No real gain there. Now it's going to go Milnes to Fulton over on that left-hand edge, and Guy Armitage, his first start of the season, he's brought down 10 shy on what he's tackled for. There'll be one to go here, as once again the Cherry and Whites Wigan defence race up there, and they bring down Rowan Milnes, who's caught in possession. So last tackle, it will go to Luke Hooley, put under pressure there by Cade Ellis, and the bounce of the ball will be kind here for Wigan, and they now will turn defence into attack from 15 metres shy of halfway. Farrell, tackle 2. Bradford in their alternative all black away shirt this evening, as we see Zach Eckersley, who scored 2 tries against Toulouse last week. Third carry on this set for the Wigan Warriors, as Wigan early doors just testing and giving a little bit of a run through and work through for this Bradford Bulls defence. O'Neill out of acting half. Here it goes once again with the Australian Ellis, and Ellis is brought down 28 out in front of the Bradford post on what is tackle number 5. Smith goes high to the clouds, and that one is going to come down for Connor Wynne, and the ball's going to miss everybody, go into touch, play the ball to the Bradford Bulls 12 metres out from their own try line. We have had 3 minutes gone here at the Brick Community Stadium. It is Wigan Warriors 0, Bradford Bulls 0. If you are watching this one back in the future on Bulls TV, Jaden Nicarima still out with that calf injury, Joe Keys with the bulging disc. So that means Luke Hooley and Rowan Milnes continue in the halves for the 4th game in succession. Logan Lewis, Elliot Paposhi miss out through suspension, so that puts a little bit of pressure on Kurt Haggerty's forward options. But it is a first start of the season for Sam Hallas and Leon Ruan. They get the nod, and they will come off the interchange bench this evening. So Bradford in possession with Fulton over on that left-hand side. 5 shy of halfway. We have had 4 minutes gone on the clock. This is Bradford's second possession right at the start of this game, as it goes from Mellor to Dorrow, and Dorrow's brought down now on the last. Referee Liam Rush, right arm held aloft in the air. Bit of kick chase pressure there on Ethan Havard on Rowan Milnes, but Milnes gets the ball away on the last, and once again it's gone straight down the throat there of Liam Marshall, and he gets a quick play of the ball in, and it goes from O'Neill now to the Wigan Warriors captain, 35-year-old Liam Farrell, appearing in his 17th season here for the Cherry and Wrights. 0-0 here, 5 gone on the clock. Wigan up and over halfway inside the Bradford half here now, with Smith to the youngster, the 20-year-old Noah Hodkinson on debut. He'll play it, 28 out. Harry Smith takes the line on, passes it to Ellis. Now it's going to go to Farimond. Farriman, though, loses possession. It's gone backwards. Bradford try to recover the loose ball, but they keep possession to Wigan, and they are now on the last tackle, 20 metres out. Another quick play of the ball. Smith goes surging, kicks towards Wynne. A Bradford player, Ibidoro's, collided with Junior December there, but Connor Wynne safe as houses at the back. And as we've said for a number of weeks now, Connor Wynne maturing as a player, a constant threat in defence and attack for the Bradford Bulls. You can hear the war cry from the Bulls faithful. Come on, you Bulls, reverberating around the Brick Community Stadium here. But Wigan in defence early doors here. And once again, Connor Wynne, who started that set of 6, he's brought down just outside his own 20-metre line. Acting half, it's going to go from Ackers now to Mills to Aikins. Over on that left-hand side to Fulton. 6 or 7 metres shy of halfway. Bradford on the 5th and last. Ryan at acting half. Now it's going to go to Milnes to Hooley. Hooley put under pressure by O'Neill. That one's going to go straight down the throat there of the youngster, and the 20-year-old debutant is brought down just outside his own 30-metre line. Smith in at acting half. Tries to go past Chamberlain and Wigan-born Ryan Sutton. So far so good, a solid start, good defence here from the Bradford Bulls as we see Farrell. Now it's going to be an opportunity for Marshall. Marshall plays the ball, 5 inside the Bradford half. Now it's with Eckersley on tackle 4. 1 to go here for Matty Pete's side as they go out of acting half from O'Neill. Back it's going to go to Farriman, who offloads it to Hodkinson, and here goes Noah Hodkinson inside Bradford's 20-metre line, and he's wrapped up now on the last. Wigan 15 out from the Bradford line. 6.5 gone here, right at the start of this one, as Smith kicks towards the corner. Bradford let the ball bounce. It's going to bounce kindly for Bradford, is it? Ball goes back, it's live, and Wigan are going to claim a try here. Wigan are going to open the scoring. It was batted back. It was inches from going dead in goal, and Bradford not able to deal with that one. And the quickest to react, it's the former St Helens man, Luke Thompson. And Luke Thompson, he's grounded that one, and it's been awarded by the referee, Liam Rush.
For the Wigan Warriors, number 10.
It's his first try of the season, Luke Thompson. It was a clever kick from Harry Smith. Bradford let the ball bounce. It went into the in-goal area, and it was just Guy Armitage, a little bit of hesitancy there. Perhaps Guy Armitage on another day, afternoon, evening, forces that one dead. Safety first. He took the gamble and lost, and it was Adam Keighran who palmed the ball back. And Luke Thompson, no issues with getting Wigan's first points of the evening. It's a bit of a bitter pill to take for Kurt Haggerty and the Bradford Bulls, as Wigan, undefeated in the Super League thus far, get off to the perfect start. The former St Helens man, Canterbury Bulldogs man, Luke Thompson. Well, he left St Helens after 164 appearances, and he had 4 years, or should I say 3 years, with the Bulldogs in the NRL, where he made 43 appearances, scoring 3 tries. That's the perfect start for Matt Peat and the Wigan Warriors, the 21-time Challenge Cup winners. So, can the Australian, the 28-year-old Adam Keighran, who was 4 from 7 against Toulouse last week, this one 15 metres to the right-hand side of the post here at the Brick Community Stadium, can Adam Keighran convert and give the Wigan Warriors an extra 2 points? Yes, he can. And after the home side open the scoring through Luke Thompson, Adam Keighran converts just to the right hand side of those uprights. It is Wigan Warriors 6, Bradford Bulls 0. So the perfect start for Matt Peat and the Wigan Warriors. An error from Guy Armitage, allowing the ball to just bounce and stand up. You've got to say, though, should Guy Armitage have forced that dead, or the ball does go dead, Bradford do get that set on the 20-metre line with an extra tackle. And on the restart here, West Yorkshire Radio, Bulls TV, referee Liam Rush gives the first penalty of the evening to the hosts, the Wigan Warriors, for hands in at the ruck. So more pressure here for Kurt Haggerty's side to absorb right at the start of this game. It's not 10 minutes old yet here as we see Junior Nisemba, one of 8 Wigan-born players or homegrown players in this Wigan side this evening. Here goes Ethan Havard, his 8th season here at Wigan, and he's brought down 15 inside the Bradford half, and now the Bulls have conceded a set restart. You'll hear the loud blast of the hooter. It's Wigan 6, Bradford 0. 10 minutes gone exactly on the clock, and after that early try there from Luke Thompson, Bradford conceding the penalty in the set restart. They're under pressure here. O'Neill, now it's going to go to Smith along that line. Good defence though from Armitage. Fulton comes in. 2 tackles left on this set. Smith has it, drops the shoulder, takes the line on. Wigan have 4 on 2, but Ryan does well, and he's forced the error as Ethan Ryan. And that's good defence there from the Bradford homegrown hero. Bradfordian Ethan Ryan there. He had to race up and stop Adam Keighran from potentially moving the ball back on the inside. They did have a 4 on 2, did Wigan. That will not please head coach Matt Peat there, that they've missed that overlap and that opportunity. But with 11 minutes gone on the clock here, it is Wigan Warriors 6, Bradford Bulls 0. Bradford have the scrum 10 metres out from their own try line. Bradford making 3 changes this evening. We've already said a first start of the season for Sam Hallis, Leon Ruan and Guy Armitage. Kurt Haggerty not blessed with options ahead of this one, but he's staying loyal to his players. And now Bradford from that scrum up to their own 20-metre line. 4 Wigan defenders there, just trying to slow down that play of the ball. The officials allowing play to continue here now with Ackers to Doro to Mellor. Mellor's pass is going to be intercepted, is it? It's a penalty though, because someone's been taken out off the ball. Luke Cooley was looking to take that ball from Mellor. There was Nisemba and also Smith in close proximity, but it's a relieving, welcome penalty from the Murfield official, Liam Rush, officiating his 2nd Bradford game of the season. And Rowan Milnes now is going to advance the Bradford Bulls inside the Wigan half of the field. So here we go then, at the Brick Community Stadium. It will be tackle number 1 from Sutton. Bradford given a set restart after holding down in the tackle on Ryan Sutton. Fulton then on tackle number 1, so it's 1 set restart apiece. Here goes Doro. Aribi Doro looking to enjoy a physical evening here against the likes of Junior Nisemba, Luke Thompson and Ethan Havard. Bradford carry it down the middle again with Aribi Doro, his 2nd carry on this set of 6. Bradford 15 out underneath the Wigan post. Mellor, short ball to Sutton. Sutton's 8 metres out. 2 tackles left on this set. Wigan 6, Bradford 0. Milnes into the in-goal area. Wigan knocked the ball on in the field of play. Clever kick there from Rowan Milnes. It was carbon copy of what he was trying to do last week and what he did well in setting Ethan Ryan up for that try against St Helens. But it's Rowan Milnes' grubber kick early in the tackle count into the Wigan in-goal area. Didn't quite get there. And Harry Smith has knocked the ball on, and that is Wigan's 2nd error this evening here at the Brick Community Stadium. So, scrum, head and feed to the Bradford Bulls. They've had the penalty. They've forced the error. A 3rd consecutive set of 6. We've had 13 minutes gone. It is Friday the 13th of March as Ethan Ryan tries to dance and pirouette his way past O'Neill, but he can't. It's a quick play of the ball. Ackers to Mellor to Milnes. Milnes takes the line on and he's 2 metres out here. One of 5 homegrown players for the Bulls this evening. Now it's going to go back in front of the post with Hooley. Hooley misses out Chamberlain, and this takes the tackle, and it's a bone cruncher from Brad O'Neill. 12 metres out, underneath the post, centre field. They're going to go on a big strong run here from Ryan Sutton, and he's brought down, tackle number 4. Acker's knocking at the door. They're moving over on the left to Milnes, to Armitage. Bradford not able to take that ball in. 5 out from the Wigan line. It was looking to go to Fulton, Armitage and Ryan, and the ball's been knocked forward, and now Wigan, who picked up possession, have gone into touch on the far stand side, but illegally, say the officials. They're going to say Adam Keighran, his momentum had stopped. Ethan Ryan not happy with Liam Rush and that decision. So it is another penalty, and this one has gone towards the Wigan Warriors. We've had nearly 15 minutes gone here. It still remains at the Brick Community Stadium. Wigan 6, Bradford 0, and now Wigan are guilty of not playing the ball correctly. And that was Ethan Havard. He's got both hands on his forehead there. He knows he's let his side down and he's given the Bradford Bulls an opportunity. So, referee will stop the clock. Ethan Ryan still having a word here with Liam Rush, saying that the momentum wasn't stopped. Well, you saw it in the recent game between York and Warrington, where referee Liam Moore certainly would not have given a penalty like Liam Rush has done. And I guess this goes back to, you know, every referee's got their own different interpretation. Yes, to supporters, to broadcasters, to players, it looks inconsistent, and I guess it is inconsistent, but that is what Kurt Haggerty has said repeatedly in the early narrative at the start of this season, is that everybody is going to have a certain dossier on each individual referee. So Wigan, after coming up with that error, it will be a play the ball here. Zach Fulton leaves the field, and on will come Leon Ruan for his second Bradford debut. Played 2 games under Mark Dunning in 2023, and the Hulkington Rovers loanee, he's looking for a big impact and an opportunity to shine this evening. So Fulton leaves the field just shy of the 20-minute mark, and with 16 gone here, Dorro's playing it 30 metres out now. So there was a 2-minute delay there, and now here's Rowan Milnes, who's brought down 25 out. 15 in from the far stand side. They're going to go back across the face of the post here now with Mellor, with Sutton, who keeps possession and is brought down there in a 2-man tackle, 20 metres out. They're inside the 20 here with Ackers to Mellor, Mellor to Hooley. Hooley's 10 metres out from that Wigan try line, and Bradford on the last tackle. Referee's just going to stop the clock here. Time back on. Was an entanglement of bodies and legs as Milnes on the last into the in-goal area, finds space. It's just going to go dead in goal. Wigan living life dangerously there, and here's the youngster, the 20-year-old, the man on debut, Noah Hodkinson, who's brought down on 0 tackle, 20 shy of halfway on the Wigan 30-metre line. Farrimond now to Eckersley, who's got 10 tries, and this is his 6th appearance of the season. Been at Wigan since 2022. What a season he's having. And I think that's why Matty Pete, the Wigan head coach, didn't want to break up that Adam Keighran, Zach Eckersley partnership. Wigan now 5 inside the Bradford half, playing the ball, and it's another set restart. The Bulls have conceded, and here goes Brad O'Neill. Line speed, the intensity of Wigan, just trying to scupper the Bulls in this Challenge Cup tie. Harry Smith now has a tilt out of acting half. A bit of a juggle there from Cade Ellis. Ellis penetrates the 10, 5 metres out. 10 to the right-hand side of the post. Wigan looking to further extend their lead after that Luke Thompson try. And here he goes, Thompson looking for a brace, but he's held up on top of the Bradford line. A metre away, tackle 4. They try to pinch one underneath the post, but that one will be denied. Good scrambling defence from the Bulls. We can go back to the 10, and that'll be the last tackle coming up here. Oh, well, there'll be still one to go. Referee Liam Rush says it is indeed the last. We didn't miscount. So, Wigan 6, Bradford 0. Smith, crossfield kick. Looking for Masters, looking for Wayne. Wynn's lost the ball forward, and it will be more pressure on this Bradford line. The kick went high Connor Wynne put under pressure there from both Liam Marshall and Liam Farrell. And it will be a repeat set from the scrum, 10 metres out from the Bradford line. If you are just joining us a little bit late, 3 changes made by the Bradford Bulls this evening. Bradford lining up with Aikins at fullback, wing 3/4 line of Wynne, Masters, Armitage and Ryan. The half-backs, Hooley and Milnes. Forward, Sutton, Ackers, Dorrow, Chamberlain, Fulton and Merrill. And from the scrum, Wigan have lost the ball forward. They moved it over on that right-hand side, but it's come off a Bradford hand, according to the officials. So, set, restart, continues. They're on the 0. Now it's going to go back in centre field. Ellis, big, strong carry here from Cade Ellis, the 29-year-old Australian, former Penrith man, plays it 10 metres out to the right-hand side of the post. Smith misses out in December. Along the line it goes to Farrell. Bradford could pick up a loose ball here, but Wigan get there first. 19 minutes gone here. O'Neill, 10 metres out, moves it towards Havard, to Farrimond. Aikins lets that one go dead, does it? No, the officials say Callum Aikins, Bradford's fullback, has helped that one over the dead ball line. So the kick from Farrimond earning Wigan a goal line dropout here, and more pressure on this Bradford line. Well, you've got to say, after the 11-year wait, the Bradford Bulls back in Super League. Kurt Haggerty carrying the weight of expectation on his shoulders, and certainly a lot of positive progress so far. It's been pleasing and promising, but this is arguably Bradford's toughest test yet of 2026 against the unbeaten, undefeated Wigan Warriors. Exactly 20 minutes gone on the clock here. Wigan 6, Bradford 0. A real arm wrestle here at the Brick Community Stadium. This is a crucial set of 6 as Farriman nearly goes through, but Leon Ruan, the ankle tap there on Farriman, the try-saving tackle from Leon Ruan. Now, they're still 10 metres out from the line, but there's more pushing and shoving and messing around at the play of the ball. It's a 4th penalty in this first half now to Wigan, and referee Liam Roche is just going to say it's a penalty for a flop right on that line. And this is Matt P calling for the 2 points here, and this is showing Bradford a lot of respect here, because Wigan, after 4 consecutive possessions on that Wigan line, Bradford concede the penalty, and it is looking like Adam Keighran will take the Warriors out to a 2-score lead. But that was outstanding stuff from Leon Ruan. He had to go for the ankle tap and bring down Farriman, because for all intents and purposes Jack Farriman was away and over the line. So 4th penalty to Wigan. Referee Liam Roche very, very keen here with the holding down in the tackles. We've already seen a couple of set restarts, 5 penalties in total, 4 penalties to Wigan, 1 to Bradford. And Adam Keighran now attempting the conversion, the penalty goal. 21 minutes gone here. Wasn't at his best at the Stade Ernest Wallon last weekend. Can he convert? 15 metres out, 15 to the right-hand side of the post, in front of the north stand here at the Brick Community Stadium that houses the Bradford supporters. Adam Keighran will give the Wigan Warriors another 2 points. 2 from 2 from Adam Keighran. And it is Wigan Warriors 8, Bradford Bulls 0 here at the Brick Community Stadium. West Yorkshire Radio, rugbyleague.com, Bulls TV. Mick the Game Caller Gledall on a Friday evening here in Greater Manchester. Bradford next Friday back at home at Barricade Odsal, where they host the currently winless Huddersfield Giants. That might change tomorrow when they host Hull Kingston Rovers. So we're about to get proceedings back underway here via the boot of Rowan Milnes, who goes right down towards Marshall. who decides he doesn't quite fancy taking it, so he's going to pass the ball back on the inside to the back row forward, and they're going to quick play the ball in, 10 out from their own try line. Here goes Junior December, and he's brought down there by Doro, Mellor, Ackers. Liam Rush saying there was an entanglement of legs and bodies, and Junior December to get to his feet and play the ball. 20 shy of halfway. This is after Wigan have scored points. An early try from Luke Thompson after that error from Guy Armitage, and then that penalty after Bradford were holding down in the tackle. Good defence from Hooley, who shoots out of the line, but Smith, though, looks for support. No one forthcoming. Wigan on the last, on halfway. He'll play it, Will Smith. O'Neill back to Farrimond. Farrimond, a bit of a wobbler, but it's taken superbly there by Aitkins, and Aitkins from the 20 up to the 30. 15 shy of halfway here at the Brick Community Stadium. Wigan 8, Bradford 0. And there's an opportunity here now for Bradford to have a set of 6, which might take them into the Wigan half. Well, we said Liam Rush has been keen. He's just penalised Bradford for holding down in the tackle, and he's done the same to Wigan for holding down in the tackle. 4 penalties to 2, 6 in total. Hooley up and over halfway, and Bradford with an opportunity now, 35 out from that Wigan try line. So a little bit of sloppy defensively, which won't please Matt Peake. Wigan conceding their second penalty for slowing down the ruck, and it's going to be Ryan Sutton, the 30-year-old former Wigan Canterbury man, who's brought down tackle 1. 15 inside the Wigan half. Here goes Doro, meets Havard, Thompson and Ellis head on, right in front of the Wigan post, centre field position. Ackers now to Mellor, to Milnes. Here goes Ruan, who's playing in Fulton's back row position after Zach Fulton had to leave the field early doors in this one. Here goes Ackers. Now to Hooley, to Masters, and Masters has broken clear. Masters towards the corner. December comes in and brings down the Kiwi. He'll get to his feet. He'll play it quickly. Here goes Chamberlain. Now to Mellor in front of the post. They move it left with Milnes to Aitkins. Bradford have numbers. It's gone to Armitage. Armitage towards the corner. Armitage is 2. Make that 3 metres out here. And it's the last tackle here for the Bulls. They trail Wigan 8-0. Milnes, crossfield kick. Puts December under pressure. And they're going to score a try at Bradford. They're underneath the post. But the touch judge says no try. The try will be disallowed to Andy Ackers. They're going to say Bradford's kick chase pressure was offside inside the 10. And those cheers from the 700 or so travelling supporters across the Pennines this Friday evening turn to jeers. Try disallowed underneath the post. Referee Liam Rush got the call from the touch judge early on here, who said that the Bradford kick chase pressure on that last tackle kick from Milnes was offside inside the 10. And Matty Peake rotating his interchange, and on is coming on the big New Zealander, the former North Queensland man, Patrick Mago, who's just made some big, valuable metres. So too Sam Walters. Wigan on the last. High hanging kick here from Smith. Bradford have let the ball bounce. It's been padded back here by Wigan, and Walters has knocked the ball on the last. It remains Wigan Warriors 8, Bradford Bulls 0 here. Wigan coming up with their 4th error of the evening. Well, Harry Smith there allowed a bit of time on that tackle to get the ball high in the air, but thankfully for Bradford, the pass went backwards and it was knocked on by Sam Walters. You might remember he had 2 loan spells at Bradford in 2022 and then in 2023. And now Brandon Douglas comes on the field for Aribi Doro. 13 and a half to go here at half time at the Brick Community Stadium. It's Wigan 8, Bradford 0. As Brandon Douglas keeves the ball to Sutton. Sutton offloads the ball and Bradford shifting. Mellor, Aitkins, Armitage has it now. And Armitage is brought down over on that left-hand side. 5 shy of halfway. We're on the Challenge Cup roller coaster this evening. Wigan 8, Bradford 0. And it's going to be Mellor now to Douglas. 24 appearances, 8 tries for Halifax last season. He'll play it on the last. Mills under pressure from Havard. And Wigan let the ball bounce, but it's kind for Eckersley. And Zach Eckersley gets away with that one there, and he's brought down 10 shy of halfway. Well, we've got 12 and a half minutes to go here. So far, so good for the Bulls. Penalty for holding down. Guy Armitage allowing the ball to bounce. Definitely a tough evening thus far, but a lot of positives that they're matching Wigan in the contest, and we've seen that sort of expansive, dynamic style of play that Kurt Haggerty's bringing to the Bulls. Bradford just calming things down a little bit. Trapdoor Rugby League, no second chances. Wigan have it, 30 out, centre field, running out of tackles though. O'Neill to Mago, and he's brought down now on what is the last. 25 metres out centre field. Smith calls for it. Smith gets it. Smith runs, takes the line onto December. December back on the inside. Hot potato stuff here from Wigan. It goes to O'Neill. Now it's going to Havard, who puts a crossfield kick in towards the corner, and it's a try to Zach Eckersley. Try number 11 of the season. And Zach Eckersley, who won the Challenge Cup with Wigan in 2024 against Warrington, he fancies another cup run in 2026. Well, he had no right to put boot to ball there, Ethan Havard. A crossfield kick right into the corner, and Bradford undone there by some superb power play action from the Warriors. Everyone expected perhaps a kick from Smith. He ran it on the power play. Give it there to December. December to O'Neill. A valiant defensive tackle from Mellor on O'Neill, but he allowed the ball to go to Havard, and then Havard, well, it was almost like watching Tommy Martin at St Helens all those years ago. A very, very perfectly weighted kick from the Wigan prop forward into the in-goal area. Well, I'm sure Matt Peake will get asked about that in the post-match press conference. And it's a cruel blow to Bradford, because with 10 to go to half-time, there's a touchline conversion here from Adam Keighran that might just take Wigan into a 3-score lead. And that would be a little bit of a harsh scoreboard at half-time against the Bradford Bulls. So, 2 tries from the Warriors. 1 scored by a prop forward. The second one by the winger, but created by the prop forward. Right on that far stand touchline here for Adam Keighran. There's been a lot of resilience in this Bradford performance. It is a makeshift Bradford side. 8 players missing, remember. Not that Kurt Haggerty will use that as an excuse. Kick predictor only at 44% here for Adam Keighran. Over on that far stand side. Can he take Wigan out to what could be a crucial 3-score lead here at the Brick Community Stadium? The kick will come from Keighran, and that one will go straight between the posts. 30 minutes gone here. It is Wigan Warriors 14, Bradford Bulls no score in this 4th round Challenge Cup tie. Thompson, Eckersley, Keighran, 3 from 3. Bradford now having to just roll their sleeves up here before half-time. Last thing they want to do, concede any more points. And they might feel a little bit aggrieved that they had that try disallowed for the call from the touch judge for the offside. Interesting to see that one back on the replay. 0-0 between Wakefield and Leeds at Bellevue. 14-0 to Wigan here. 9 to go to half-time. And we are going to see Havard here get to his feet. He'll play the ball. O'Neill now to December. And the 2 shy of halfway here, Wigan, with another quick play of the ball. And all of a sudden, a little bit of tiredness and fatigue just coming into Bradford's play. They're on the last tackle. after that try from Zach Eckersley. He's 11 for the season. High hanging kick here from Smith. Aikins does well. Immediately swarmed and wrapped upon there by Liam Farrell, Liam Marshall. Referee Liam Rush is going to stop the clock here. Brandon Douglas just receiving some medical treatment. He's got a cut to the forehead. I think it was a collision with a Wigan player, so there's a few players walking wounded there. Well, we mentioned Kurt Haggerty, no Jaden Nikarima, still missing with that calf injury. Joe Keys out indefinitely with that bulging disc. No Logan Lewis and Elliot Paposhe for the next 2-3 weeks. Well, I guess it's good to see Kurt Haggerty remaining calm and certainly not rushing out and bringing players in at this stage, or this early stage of the season, especially giving opportunities to players like Leon Ruan, Guy Armitage, Sam Hallis yet to come on, but certainly they're chomping at the bit to get an opportunity to play this evening at this level. So 14-0, the Warriors lead. The game still stopped here. Well, there's been a little bit of strapping applied to the forehead of Brandon Douglas and Oliver Partington for the Wigan Warriors. So it was a bit of a head-to-head collision. That was deemed okay by the officials. Oliver Partington involved in that player swap deal, which has seen Cruz Leeming go to the Caroline Dragons. So Oliver Partington, second spell back at Wigan. Also had a couple of seasons at Salford, so Kurt Haggerty knows all about Oliver Partington. We've got 8 to go to half-time here. Bradford get a second penalty for holding down, and it's Connor Wynne who wins this penalty here. Bradford's third in total, but the second time this evening Wigan have held down in the tackle, and Bradford now will have a full set of 6, 60 away from the Wigan line. Can they get some points before half-time? They've already had that try disallowed for offside, encroaching inside the 10, and it is going to be Brandon Douglas tackle number 1. Acker's out of acting half. Bradford, it almost feels like they've been starved of possession. They've not had much ball in the Wigan half, as we see Sam Hallis, who's just come off the interchange bench for his first start of 2026, and Brandon Douglas, second carry from him. What a moment for the Championship prop forward of the year, mixing it up against Luke Thompson, Patrick Mago and Junior December, and Bradford bus clear here with Ethan Ryan. It was a lovely break from Armitage, who found Ryan on the outside. Tackle 4, 1 to go. They're inside the Wigan 20. 7 minutes to go to half-time. Bradford with Hooley to Masters. Are we going to see some Masters magic? Oh, the ball's been picked off and intercepted here by Marshall. Connor Wynne had just overrun the ball. To be fair to Masters, he was heading towards touch. It was good sliding defence from Farrell and Smith, and unfortunately for Issa Masters, he just ran out of room. But we've just seen Bradford's attack trying to spark and click into gear. 6 to go to half-time. Wigan on halfway with Brad O'Neill. Now to Sam Walters, who breaks clear, finds the outside support there of Hodkinson. Noah Hodkinson gets to his feet, he'll play it. O'Neill now to Partington, and Oliver Partington's brought down 20 metres out in front of the Bradford post. It's Wigan 14, Bradford 0, and they're on the 6 minutes to go to half-time as the kick comes in. Aikins deals with that one. Aikins caught high there, officials have seen it. Another relieving penalty here for the Bradford Bulls. Well, as we said at the start, Wigan 21-time Challenge Cup winners. First win 1924, their last win just a couple of seasons ago, an 18-8 win over Warrington at Wembley. And it's fair to say Wigan, as a club under Matt Peake, it's certainly a club with great pedigree, strong culture. As we've said, Bradford a tough challenge this evening, facing a squad full of proven players who know what it takes to win these Challenge Cup ties and have shown it consistently over the last couple of seasons. What can Bradford do here after that penalty? Ethan Ryan just shy of halfway. Brought down there in a two-man tackle. It's going to go with Mellor. Now to Hooley. Hooley wrapped up by December and Smith. Hooley pushed over. No set restart, no penalty. Chamberlain, though. Look at that defence there. It's swarming the cherry and whites of Wigan. Ackers. Now to Mellor. 5 inside the Wigan half. No look ball from Aikins. Misses out Armitage. Ryan recovers possession on the far side. And Ryan very nearly broke clear. He's 30 metres out, Ryan. He'll play it on the last. Armitage acting half to Milnes. Milnes peppers one up for the young Wigan fullback to take, who takes it well. Under kick chase pressure there. Fulton's back out there on the field. So any Bradford players worrying about any more potential injuries. Zach Fulton back out there. And an opportunity here for Bradford to go into half-time just trailing by 14 points to 0. You'd have to say Bradford would have to score first at the start of this second half. And as we said, they can consider themselves a little bit unfortunate with both tries coming off kicks. On another afternoon, Ethan Havard could have put a bit too much power on that power bar and it might have gone dead in goal. Well, they've lost the ball here, Wigan. Patrick Mago coughs possession. It's picked up here by Ackers. That's a 5th error now from Wigan in this first half. And with 3.5 minutes to go, Masters is wrapped up by Mago, who coughed possession. They're 35 metres out now. It's going to go from Ackers towards Milnes. Milnes decides to keep the ball going. And Armitage runs back on the inside channel. He'll play it just outside the 20. Now it's going to go down the middle here with Hallis. Hallis takes 4 defenders away from the Wigan line, and Bradford come swarming on this right-hand side. There's a lot of black shirts, and one of those is Hooley. He's wrapped up on the 5th and last tackle. Bradford, are they about to get their first points of the evening? Mellor into the in-goal area, but Hodkinson alert to the danger. He will skip past 1, past 2. He's wrapped up 8 metres out from his own try line. And Wigan now, with just under 3 minutes to go to half-time, they still lead the Bradford Bulls 14 points to 0 after the scores from Thompson and Eckersley. Wigan, centre field, messing around at the play of the ball. Brandon Douglas penalised. Adam Keighran wins the penalty for Wigan. 6 for the penalty count, so that's the 10th penalty in this first half. Liam Rush has blown the Murfield official. And Bradford now have put themselves under a bit of pressure with Sam Walters on an attacking run. Tackle number 1, Fulton and Hallis involved in that tackle. So too Douglas, Bradford's 3rd defender. He'll play it, will Walters, on the Bradford 40-metre line, and here goes a big strong run, and Wigan all just building that pressure and momentum as Farriman floats it out to Keighran, and he's 22 metres out from the Wigan line, 10 in from touch. Acting half now, it's going to go to O'Neill, to Mago. Referee's giving another penalty here to Wigan. Sam Hallis has not timed his tackle correctly on Oliver Partington. So 7 penalties in this first half that the Bulls have conceded. And with 90 seconds to go to half-time, they're going to stop the clock because Brandon Douglas is down and he has a little bit more claret coming from that wound across the forehead. So Oliver Partington patched up with that head-to-head collision. And this is a crucial set of 6 here. Some might say the game's on the line here very early in the game, but we are towards the end of the first half, and Wigan not going for 2 points here. Well, Brandon Douglas can't continue. He's leaving the field, so Aribi Doro, who's just been off for 5 minutes or so, he'll put the spray on the armpits and the hands, and he's coming straight back on Aribi Doro. So head injury assessment needed for Brandon Douglas. Bradford's star signing from the Halifax Panthers, the 28-year-old, made his debut in that home win against Toulouse. So that is a head injury assessment. Wigan do not go for 2. It will be Sam Essay. He is brought down, tackle 1, a crucial set for Bradford to defend here. Partington to Mago, they do that. Who was that? It was Ed Chamberlain who's put a bell ringer of a tackle there on Patrick McGaw. Ball's skiddled free, and that is a 6th error in this first half by the Wigan Warriors. And Bradford in no real hurry here to form the scrum because there's 60 seconds to go, and they will close out this first half. And I'm kind of guessing they'll be a little bit disappointed going in 14 points to 0, but if Bradford, who will play towards their travelling support in the second half, do score first in the second half, it's everything to play for in this Challenge Cup tie. So, Brandon Douglas goes down the tunnel. He'll play no further part at the start of the second half due to the head injury assessment. And now there's an opportunity here for Bradford to just close out this first half. And the Ackers, brought down there by McGaw and also involved in that tackle, is Junior December. Here goes Doro, and he's lost possession. Aribi Doro under that tackle and challenge from Junior December. And Junior December there just saying, we've got the scrum, we've got seconds to go, and the 21-year-old quickly goes in that loose forward position, and the referee will stop the clock with 10 seconds to go. A big 10 seconds in this Challenge Cup tie. Wigan 14, Bradford 0. They're going to move it here with Smith, and it's gone to Walters. Walters, though, wrapped up. Doro could have been penalised. Officials playing on the advantage. Party turn to Smith. Hooter sounds. Crossfield kick, and they're in at the corner. It's a try to Liam Marshall. Harry Smith, pinpoint accuracy with that kick, and Liam Marshall, his second try of the season. 2 Challenge Cup wins during his 10 years at Wigan. And on his 219th appearance for the Cherry and Whites, he now has try number 172. A cruel, cruel blow for Kurt Haggerty and the Bulls. The hooter sounded. It was the final play of the first half. A costly error from Aribi Doro, and Bradford not able to defend out wide. A valiant effort there from Connor Wing, but he was tracking the ball, didn't quite get his feet in the required position. And this one is just blowing out here at the DW Brick Community Stadium right at the end of this first half. Well, Bradford have certainly made life tough here for Wigan, but Bradford then not helping themselves, coming up with just error number 4. But that's the second error in this first half, where Bradford have been punished. The first one from Armitage for the try to Thompson, and then Aribi Doro when Bradford should have just been playing down time. But you've got to give credit to Junior December. He came in, forced the error from Aribi Doro, and Wigan, they forced the scrum. 10 seconds to go. 25 out. The kick came in from Smith, and a well-worked try at the corner. Wigan Warriors 18, Bradford Bulls 0. An opportunity here for Adam Keighran to try and get an extra 2 points. That could be crucial in deciding this Challenge Cup tie. 25 metres out, 5 in from touch. The left-footed kicker will send that one on its way. Half-time here at the Brick Community Stadium. Thompson, Eckersley and Marshall, 3 tries to 0. Adam Keighran, 4 from 4 with the boots. Wigan Warriors 20, Bradford Bulls 0 at half-time. We will be back for full match commentary in the second half in just a moment. Community Stadium, certainly not full, but a good 6,000 to 7,000 one might feel. So let's have some fun in this second half. Can the Bulls put in a much better second half performance? The next 40 minutes will go Not many would have expected Bradford to get a result this evening. They have to score first in this second half, one feels. And away we go via the boot of Harry Smith. And that's gone straight downtown to Armitage, who immediately passes the ball to Sutton. And Bradford now 5 out from their own line. Look at that kick chase pressure right at the start of this second half from the Wigan Warriors as Doros fell tackle 2, 5 out from his own line. It's Wakefield 6, Leeds 10 over at Bellevue. Still in the first half there after a power outage. Masters now tackle 4, carries Bradford just outside their own 20-metre line here. It is Wigan 20, Bradford 0. And we've just heard that Sam Hallis leaves the field at half-time, and on will come Ryan Sutton. So, Milnes on the last, kicks outside his own 20-metre line. That one's gone straight down the throat of Zach Eckersley, and Eckersley moves it over on that left-hand side, and he's brought down 10 shy of halfway. He'll get to his feet, he'll play the ball. Here goes the debutant, Noah Hodkinson. Scored 2 tries for Salford against Hunslet in a 29-18 win a couple of weeks ago. Farrell up and over halfway, the Warriors captain, 415th appearance tonight. He'll get to his feet and he'll play it. And here goes Walters. You might remember, scored a try against Halifax at the Shea back in 2023 for the Bradford Bulls. He'll play it, 30 out, centre field. O'Neill now, Partington, Smith. Ball's gone behind. Can Bradford recover possession? Referee says it's recovered by Wigan, but it is the last. They've gone back towards the halfway line, so Smith will drill one down the touchline. Aikins lets that one go into touch. 10 metres out. And Brandon Douglas, he has failed his head injury assessment. So that leaves Kurt Haggerty with just 3 interchange options. Another injury blow for the Bradford Bulls. And that means Brandon Douglas will not be taking part on Friday, a week on Friday, when Bradford hosts Huddersfield at Barnacard Odsal. Bradford have been given a penalty here for a high tackle. Penalty count 7-5, and it's going to be Armitage to Fulton, or Bolton as he's nicknamed. And ever present with the Bulls for nearly 2 years now, as we see Ackers go up and over halfway. The former Salford Leeds Toronto man, 10 inside the Wigan half. Can Bradford strike first at the start of the second half to build some confidence as Doro goes on a run, but Keighran comes in and wraps him up. 35 away, 2 to go on this set. Ackers, Milnes, wrapped up on tackle 4, 20 away. In front of the Wigan boss. Mellor now to Hooley. Hooley wrapped up, and here's the last. Wigan 20, Bradford 0. We've had 3 minutes gone of the second half. Milnes sends one high, skyward, looking for Ryan. But Eckersley, the 22-year-old winger for Wigan, has dealt with that kick chase pressure there from Rowan Milnes and Ethan Ryan. Scoreboard remains untouched, unmoved. Wigan Warriors 20, Bradford Bulls 0 here at the Brick Community Stadium as Liam Farrell skips and carries Wigan outside their own 20-metre line. It's going to be a short ball here out of acting half to Sam Essay. And Essay's rolled over 15 shy of halfway, and he's moved off the mark there as Sam Essay, so he'll have to go back. Play it in the correct position. Partington may go. Looking for support. There's no one there. Fulton's done a job, so too with Sutton. Last tackle. 5 shy of halfway. Harry Smith sends an awkward looking kick downtown. And that's a great take there from Connor Wynne. And Connor Wynne, some good meters made there after taking that one. Up to the Bradford's 30-metre line. Just looking at the energy levels here at Bradford, and This is one of those sets where the forwards are just having a little bit of a breather. We've seen Wing tackle 1, Ryan tackle 2. Coming on the short side here with Milnes to Fulton. Up to halfway, tackle 3. Tackle 3 not completed as it goes from Fulton to Milnes. Milnes keeps the ball going. Now it is tackle number 3 here. They'll play it with Masters. Now Ackers. Back to Fulton, and this time the former Manly Sea Eagle man takes 3 Wigan players with him. Well, Bradford have started the better of the two sides, arguably so. 5 minutes gone. Wigan dealing with that Bradford energy as Mellor finds himself inside the 20. But there's no one running, there's no one in sync there with the former Lee man. He'll play it, Will Mellor, on the last. 15 out, Milnes. Clever chip over the top. It's come off a Wigan hand into a Wigan player. The officials are going to say that is okay. Well, that should be a repeat set of 6 here to the Bradford Bulls. Referee Liam Rush has come up with a mistake there. No captain's challenge this evening. There's no video referee. And that's one of those 50-50 decisions that have gone against the Bradford Bulls. 6 gone at the start of this second half. It remains Wigan Warriors 20. Bradford Bulls 0. Those early tries from Thompson, and then that penalty, and then in the last 10 minutes of that first half, Eckersley, and then on the hooter, Liam Marshall. Harry Smith on the last, on halfway, sends this one down to Ryan. Ryan picks it up cleanly, despite the Wigan supporters insisting otherwise. And Ethan Ryan carries Bradford 15 out in front of his own post. If you are just joining us, right at the start of this second half, Brandon Douglas has failed his HIA. He left the field with around about 5 minutes to go to half-time for the head injury assessment, which he failed at half-time. So Bradford down to just 3 fit interchanges, and Wigan comfortable on the scoreboard at this stage, 20 points to 0. Ackers to Armitage here, first start for him. Spent 10 years in rugby union. You might remember. London Welsh, London Irish. Here goes Ackers. 20 metres made there, and he wins the penalty. And Bradford, they're on the front foot here. Can they penetrate this Wigan Warriors defence? They've not conceded many points of Wigan this year. They kept Rochdale scoreless. Castleford, they conceded 16. Last week against Toulouse, they conceded 16. Here at home, 34-6 against Hull FC. And 54-0 against Lee. So if Bradford do score here, it'd be a rare home try that the Warriors concede. Sutton tackle 1, 30 out. Hooley now to Chamberlain, the Hull FC low knee. Offloads the ball back. Ackers inside the 20, wrapped up 10 metres out. 10 to the right-hand side of the post. Can Bradford punish Wigan's ill discipline at the start of this second half as Milnes gives the ball there to Aikins, but he doesn't have any thinking time whatsoever. Eckersley and Walters straight out of acting half. Now it's going to go from Mellor to Doro. Doro 10 metres down the middle. The 10 metres out under the post. The tackle to go. Milnes keeps the ball going, but the play breaks down, but it's another penalty. Wigan offside inside the 10. 7 penalties apiece here now. And it's more pressure for Bradford to put on this Wigan line. Bulls TV, Mick the Game calling little Friday night under the lights here at the Brick Community Stadium. Well, many years ago on a Wednesday evening, I was behind the post where Bradford are attacking here with their 700 supporters, and it was a famous 12-all draw. Bradford's first ever visit to this ground, and Bradford from tackle 1, the ball's come loose. A rare error here from Ryan Sutton. The chance has gone begging, and these are coach killers for head coach Kurt Haggerty. It is a 6th error from the Bradford Bulls. They're first in this second half, and after those penalties and the pressure, Wigan will have the feed at the scrum 10 metres out from the Wigan line. Well, Ryan Sutton there. 2 grand finals he won with Wigan here in 2016 and 18. And certainly what we've seen so far from the former Wigan man He's bringing that vital experience and that leadership and big minutes to the Bradford Bulls. And with Brandon Douglas having that head injury assessment and failing it, it does mean he will be required and called upon for big minutes this evening. Well, he did 65 last week, 50 plus against Toulouse, making an immediate, impactful impression as Wigan, from that scrum, they find themselves on tackle 4, 10 inside the Bradford half here. O'Neill, as it's played there by Partington. Now it's going to go to Smith. And Bradford's black-shirted scrambling defence, keeping Junior December at bay. Wigan on the last, 30 out. Smith, high-hanging kick, torpedoes one up. It's a tricky one to take here for Aikins, who's come up with the error. And then Liam Farrell's knocked it on over the line. Well, Liam Farrell looks towards the gods, looks towards the clouds. He's bombed a score there for certain. But it will be a repeat set of 6 here for the Wigan Warriors. Callum Aikins not able to take that high-hanging kick from Smith. 7 Ferrer, second in quick succession at the start of this second half. And all the Wigan captain has to do there, after Aikins has knocked the ball forward under the bomb from Harry Smith, is take the possession and score. Wigan 20, Bradford 0. 11 gone in this second half. From the scrum, Hodkinson wrapped up there by Armitage, but it's another penalty. 8 penalties to 7 now. Wigan's first of this second half, and they're going to tap the ball, I do believe. Well, they've opted for the scrum, so they've gone for the set play here after that penalty. So a repeat spell of pressure. You've just got a feel for Kurt Haggerty. After all that pressure, Bradford coming up with that error on play 1. And then an error at the back from Aikins. And here goes Walters towards the Bradford line from the scrum on tackle 1. He's underneath the post. O'Neill now to Havard. He's not going to go past Doro and Sutton and Mellor. Bradford scrambling like their lives depend upon it underneath their own post here. They have to keep their defensive structure intact. Wigan can't score a 4th try. And Bradford living life dangerously here. O'Neill, options to the left, decides to go right to Havard. Ball nearly intercepted by Ryan. He knocks it forward. Wigan, if they get to this ball, they'll recover possession, but the chance has gone. Wigan not able to pick it up cleanly, but the first error from Ethan Ryan. And Ethan Ryan very, very nearly there, intercepting that pass, that ball. Wigan 20, Bradford 0 here at the Brick Community Stadium. And there's a chance here now for more Wigan pressure. A 4th consecutive set of 6. Well, this will please Kurt Haggerty. Not so much the errors that's giving Wigan the possession, but the fact that they're showing a lot of resilience and fight. As December looks to offload the ball, but he's wrapped up by Chamberlain. Well, Ed Chamberlain, he has been magnificent in defence for the Bulls. Havard shown no love, no mercy there. Mellor, Doro, Acker's involved as well. Underneath the post, 5 metres out. O'Neill tries to pinch one. Good defence once again from the Bulls. 3rd tackle, 2 to go. O'Neill didn't play that right for mine. Little bit of leeway there from the officials. Walters has it inside the 10, 5 metres out. He's rolled over to the left-hand side of the post. Tackle 4, 1 to go for Matt Peat and the Warriors here. They lead the Bulls, 20 points to 0. The ball's gone behind Havard. Picked up by Farimond. Can't get to the line, but he's offloaded back to Havard. He's wrapped up. Tremendous goal line defence here from the Bulls, although Wigan somehow have kicked towards the corner, and there's going to be a try here from Adam Keighran. Keighran grounds the ball. It happened in the blink of an eye. I'm not quite sure who put boot to ball for the Wigan Warriors, but the kick came in, and it's into the in-goal area. There was no Bradford players out wide, and that was good awareness. We'll see what happened on the big screen, but the ball came loose in the tackle. The officials wave play on. Well, we can see it here. It's Farrimond. Good defence there from Miller. Farrimond though to Havard. Havard runs it in. Is this the play? Havard gets it to O'Neill. And O'Neill into the in-goal area. No Ethan Ryan, no Guy Armitage. There was 5 Bradford players around Ethan Havard. And that looks a fair try from what we've just seen on the big screen. Try to the Warriors right at the start of the second half. 54 minutes gone and 24 points to nil. The 4th try to the Warriors. And this time it is their goal kicking extraordinaire, Adam Keighran, who will attempt the conversion attempt to rub a little salt into the Bradford wounds. It's 5 metres in from touch on this main stand side, and as we said, he spent the 2023 season at the Keighran Dragons. He did win the Super League Grand Final, the Challenge Cup Final, and the World Club Challenge in his first season at Wigan a couple of seasons ago in 2024. Well, that's now try number 4 of the season for Adam Keighran, the 28-year-old Australian. 2 tries last week against Toulouse in that 36-16 win. Another fortuitous try, some might say. Left-footed kicker, perfect position here for Keighran. Can Keighran add another 2? 24 points to nil. Bradford about to bring Mitch Suter on. And it's hit the right hand upright and it's gone away. His first miss there from Adam Keighran. So 24 points to nil. Bradford still with a chance. There's 25 minutes to go here. And Bradford, can they get back in this game? They need points quick and fast. Mitch Suter comes on for Andy Ackers. Mitch Suter, a bit of an earlier introduction for him. So referee Liam Rush, whistle to lips. Friday night under the lights here with Mick McGinn, Corleg Leddell. 4 tries to nil. 24-0 on the scoreboard. Bradford need to score next now if they're to have a chance here this evening. Partington, Havard, brought down there by Sutton, Fulton, Dorrough. It's just the speedness, the quickness of the play of the ball here from Wigan as Thompson went a similar route as Ryan Sutton from the Super League to the NRL. And now Smith's going to kick early on tackle number 4. Ball's been knocked back by Bradford, has it? They've got possession either way, the Bradford Bulls. Referee says knock on from Wigan. And a bit of relief and respite here for the Bradford Bulls. Wigan 24, Bradford 0. The Bulls will get the scrum 20 metres shy of halfway. As we said, Brandon Douglas in this second half. He is missing for the remainder after picking up that head injury assessment. Well, Ryan Sutton, we've spoken about his leadership, his experience is vital for Bradford and their success. Over 200 NRL and Super League games combined. What can Bradford do here? They are missing 8 players. No Jaden Nikarima, Jaden Ockenboyman, Skur, Wonga Blake, Dan Russell, Joe Keys, Will Gardner, and then you've got Elliot Paposhi and Logan Lewis with the suspensions. So 10 first team players out. It's been a credible effort here from the Bulls this evening. As we head towards the hour mark, Suter now on halfway, fires it to Milnes. Milnes makes 10 metres forward, 40 away. Growing in confidence and stature, Rowan Milnes. Certainly likes the new rules and adaptations. Here goes Sutton across the face of the post to Hooley. Now to Dorrough. Dorrough runs. Nearly a half chance for Fulton, who offloads the ball to Armitage. And Armitage trying to shrug off Dejan Sambu, the former Saints man, and he's wrapped up 30 metres out. That's the last tackle. Suter acting half to Milnes. High hanging kick. Here come the cavalry, those black-shirted Bulls defenders. But what a take there from Noah Hodkinson, who's lost the ball. And then Bradford can't take it in with Connor Wynne. I think we're going to go back here for the original error. Although the officials are going to say Bradford have played the advantage. Well, that one is a very, very harsh call by referee Liam Rush. Issa Masters absolutely livid there with Liam Rush and that decision. Well, the officials will say there was advantage played. So, from the 20-metre line, one of those nights you feel for the Bulls and Kurt Haggerty. Bradford don't want to see a big 0 on the scoreboard, but Wigan, they certainly do. Already nilled Rochdale in round 3, and that round 3 whitewash, that demolition derby against the Lee Leopards here by 54 points to 0. Bradford, though, to their credit, competitive and making things difficult here for Matt Pete's side. Walters will play it 10 inside the Bradford half, and here goes Thompson now inside the 30. Push back though, bit of resilience there from the Bulls, and they're on the last tackle here, the Warriors. Haller's back out there for his second spell as Harry Smith takes the line on. 20 away, they're running. December's knocked the ball forward. Farrell picks up. Farrell's in at the corner. Try won't count because it was knocked on by December. So 8 errors from the Bulls. That's an 8th error there from the Warriors. One of those evenings in terms of the completion rate. But we have hit the hour mark. 60 minutes on the clock. 20 to go. And this is now where that clock management, that game management is probably going to see Wigan home. Bradford, though, they have to chance their arm. No second chances. It is not a league game where points differential makes an effort. Have been unlucky with a couple of those Wigan tries, but they can't feel sorry for himself. And here goes Suter now to Armitage. Armitage rolled over, the former Toulouse man. 5 shy of halfway, centre field. Suter to Dorrow, to Sutton. Looks to offload the ball, but he's wrapped up. Still Wigan 24, Bradford 0 here at the Brick Community Stadium. Back to Dorrow, but he's on a standing start there. Takes the ball from Suter. Well, one thing Bradford will learn here is this is a very well-drilled Wigan Warriors side as they kick it on the last from Milnes. On the halfway line, under pressure from Thompson. The Wigan youngster, Noah Hodkinson, is away, but it's a penalty. He's gone behind his own man, Sam Walters. Well, he was about to apply the afterburners and go the distance. There was the young 20-year-old, the Wigan Warriors debutant at fullback. But he has ran behind Sam Walters, and Walters did impede Suter and Hooley. It's an 8th penalty to the Bulls now. So 8 errors apiece, 8 penalties apiece. And Bradford now, with 20 minutes, or just under 20 to go, they've got an opportunity in front of the Wigan post. Can they breach the Warriors' line? Second half, it is just 4-0 to the Warriors. A very well-drilled, efficient Wigan Warriors side. Penalty not tapped yet, or play resumed, because Noah Hodkinson, the 20-year-old Wigan debutant at fullback, just receiving medical treatment. A little bit of cramp there near the halfway line. So he runs back into the Wigan defensive line. Is this the moment the Bulls get their first points of the evening? We've just seen Leon Ruan come back on the field for Ryan Sutton, and it's Dorrow tackle one. Play starts, or restarts here. Can the Bulls get their first points of the evening? Suter out of acting half, now to Hooley. Hooley takes the line on, runs diagonal, runs right. He's 15 out from the Wigan line, 5 in from the far stand side. Aikins has it. Aikins across the face of the post, now to Milnes. Milnes to Aikins. Aikins surges forward, and he's 3 or 4 metres out, is Callum Aikins. Right on top of that Wigan line. Armitage scoops it, gives it to Milnes. Now to Hallis, to Suter, to Masters. A chance for winning at the corner. Win inside the 10. Little bit of hesitance in there, but comes back in field. Wrapped up, lateral run. Another penalty given to Bradford because Luke Hewlett has been taken out off the ball. And these penalties now racking up against Wigan. 9 penalties that the Bulls have received. And more pressure here for Bradford to apply on the Wigan line. Luke Cooley receiving medical treatment now. Gets the all clear. He was caught a little bit too high there by Liam Farrell in that tackle. So Bradford, just under 20 to go here. They're going to run it in on tackle number 1 from Leon Ruan on his first start for Bradford. Here goes Doro, 2 metres out. Can Bradford? Well, they're getting a set restart here. Reeby Doro's been pulled down. Mills plays on. A chance in at the corner for Ryan. Ethan Ryan has given the Bulls a lifeline. He scored last week against St Helens. 4 tries already. And that's try number 5. Well, he is a very proficient winger. Finds his way to the line. Almost a try each time he plays. And that was Reeby Doro who took the ball in there. He won the set restart. And from that play the ball, it was lovely play from the Bulls. Suter to Mills. Mills missed out Armitage to Aikins. And Ethan Ryan, a lovely acrobatic dive in at the corner. And is this game back on here? Are the Bulls about to stage a big Challenge Cup comeback? 64 minutes on the clock. And Ethan Ryan, 4 tries in his last 3. We said it was try number 5 of the season. It is in fact try number 6 for Ethan Ryan. And it's his second in the Challenge Cup after he scored against London in round 3. Bradford winning that one 26 points to 8. Luke Hewlett. Last week he was 3 from 4 against St Helens, and this one is going straight between the paws. A superb touchline conversion attempt from Luke Hewlett. So Ethan Ryan, try number 6 of the season for the Bradford-born flying sensation. Hewlett converts. Wigan 24, Bradford 6. Can Bradford give themselves hope of a second half comeback? There's certainly time to do it. And they've done what Rochdale and Lee couldn't do, which is breach the Warriors line. So here on West Yorkshire Radio Bulls TV, meet the game caller Gledhill. Leon Ruan tackle 1 on the restart. Now it's a Reeby Doro tackle 2. Suter acting half to Hallis. Hallis is brought down. 25 out from halfway on tackle 3. Mills to Doro. Doro's caught on the chest, say the officials there, by Oliver Partington. And that's the 4th. Leon Ruan now to Masters. And he's going to go 5 shy of halfway. This is the 5th and last here. Masters will get to his feet. He'll play it. Mills, fresh after scoring points. Ball's trapped there by Dejan Sambu. And Sambu's wrapped up tackle 1. Bradford need the ball. They need to try and force an error, but whatever happens, they lead Wigan in this second half by 6 points to 4. 24-6 on the scoreboard. A tremendous second half performance by Kurt Haggerty's side, frustrating the Warriors. 15 or so to go here. Partington is wrapped up tackle 4. 25 out, centre field. It's going to go from O'Neill to McGough, and he's just told to run forward there by Brad O'Neill, and he is wrapped up on what is the last tackle. Right in front of the Bradford post, although Leon Ruan is penalised there for holding down a little bit too long. It's a set restart on what would be the last tackle. 3rd set restart that Wigan have received from the Bulls this evening. A tremendous finish from Ethan Ryan in at the corner. One of those trademark acrobatic dives. Wigan now looking for that match-winning score. 24 points to 6 here as they put pressure on this Bradford line. The Bradford supporters chanting Bradford till I die. They've seen enough in this second half to reward their journey across the M62, across the Pennines. Thompson's playing it now on top of the line. Patrick Maygo's lost possession. Ball's gone backwards, say the officials. No, they don't. Knock on against Wigan. Wigan 24, Bradford 6. Bradford defending like their lives depend on it. Well, that's a 10th error now from the Wigan Warriors. It's not been pretty. They host York here on Thursday evening. And an opportunity here now for Bradford. But they are 90 metres away from the Wigan line. Well, you certainly feel Bradford, with the speed of the game, have they asked enough questions of the opposition? Certainly, they've had chances. Bradford now with Ethan Ryan, another penalty. Wigan hands in at the rock. All of a sudden, all the decisions going the way of the Bradford Bulls. Well, there's certainly some challenges for Matt Peat and Wigan to overcome. They won't be happy with their ill discipline. As we see Armitage now to Milnes, to Doro, tackle one. We've still got 12 to go here. Can Bradford finish with a flourish? Suter goes darting out of acting half. 10 inside the Wigan half now. Quick play the ball from the Australian. It's Mills to Hallis. Now to Hooley. Nasemba wraps up Hooley. Looks for the one-on-one ball steal. Hooley retains possession. 15 out from the Wigan line. Now in centre field here with Hallis. He's wrapped up there by Migo and Thompson. And now Bradford just running out of tackles, but the game's on the line. Hooley to Aikins. Aikins wrapped up. 25 out. Last tackle for the Bulls. Milnes calls for it. Milnes gets it. Left-footed crossfield kick in towards the post. And that's a great take there, once again, from the Wigan fullback on his debut, Noah Hodkinson. And now Bradford have Wigan on tackle 2, 10 metres out from their own try line. Farrimond to Sambu, tackle 3, Wigan on their own 20. 10 to go, penalty to the Warriors. Not what Bradford wanted. 19 penalties awarded this evening by Liam Rush. One of those scrappy evenings. Well, the bookmakers were giving Bradford a 32-point start ahead of kickoff, and it's the difference. The differential is 18, and that's with Brandon Douglas failing his HIA in that first half. So Bradford operating a three-man interchange. You've got to say, when you factor in all those factors, it's not been a bad effort from the Bulls. A lot of positives to take from this one, although it is looking increasingly likely they will exit the Challenge Cup at the 4th round for the second consecutive season. After last season, they suffered defeat to Salford. What can Wigan do here after that penalty? 2 tackles in and the 30 out from the Bradford line. Maygo now to Smith. Nasemba, 20 shy, 2 left. Hooley in defence, so to Hallis. And he's going to play it as O'Neill gives it to Maygo now to Smith. Smith kicks towards Ethan Ryan. Ryan alert to the danger. And that's great play there from Bradford's winger, Ethan Ryan. He read that one very, very well and very, very quickly. Wigan 24, Bradford 6 here at the Brick Community Stadium. Bradford leading Wigan in this second half by 6 points to 4, and that's a huge positive for mine. Suter acting half here to wing. Connor Wynn wrapped up in a 3-man tackle. He got the man of the match at St Helens last week. Thoroughly deserved. Suter acting half. In centre field here now to Masters. Milnes floats it out wide. It's been picked off by Dejan Sambu. And the former St. Helens Academy man will race around, skip around underneath the post. And just like that, the game will go to the Wigan Warriors. A cruel, cruel way for this one to end. If all intents and purposes, it was over at half-time, potentially at 20 points to 0. Well, he was one of the two changes made by Matt Pete. It's his first try of the season. And the ex-St. Helens man, he made 6 appearances in 2025. Had a couple of games on loan with the Halifax Panthers in the Championship. And he was celebrating with that left arm in the air before he grounded the ball. Only Mitch Suter giving chase. 5 tries to 1 here. A cruel, cruel blow for the Bradford Bulls. So, Dejan Sambu, a 5th try here. And the scoreboard just blowing out a little bit at 28 points to 6. Adam Keighran off the field, so Smith will take the conversion from in front. Kick predictor at 100%. Bradford are about to see the differential in this game this evening in the 4th round of the Challenge Cup go out to 24. Smith converts. 6.5 minutes to go. It's Wigan 30, Bradford 6. Tough evening at the office for the Bulls. They will learn a lot from this one. Well, you've got to say, Bradford did have a little bit of an overlap. Unfortunately, the pass intended for Armitage was picked off and read by Sambu. And the 20-year-old former St. Helens man just rubs a little bit of salt in the Bulls' wounds. But they'll go again on Friday night against the Huddersfield Giants. Be rest assured of that one. So, final 5 minutes here at the Brick Community Stadium. Wigan hungry, looking for more points, and they win another penalty here. 10 penalties apiece. Mitch Suter penalised for holding down in the tackle. Wigan will advance forward via the boot of Jack Ferrimond, who made his debut here back in 2024. Chances limited so far. Had that loan spell at the London Broncos in the Championship last season. Still a big part of Matt Pete and Wigan's future, the 20-year-old. No giant field, no Bevan French. Imagine what Wigan looked like with those two back. Partington now carries Wigan 25 out from the Bradford line. Are they about to cross for a 6th score this evening? A difficult night for Kurt Haggerty and the Bulls, and it might just get a little bit worse because Patrick McGo's brought down just inside the 20-metre line. It's a set restart as Brad O'Neill gives the ball to Walters. Walters felled there by Doro. Try-saving tackle from Doro. Walters has lost it over the line. Tremendous effort there from Aribi Doro. Went straight for the legs of Walters. And the former Leeds man has coughed possession with the line inches away. Tremendous tackle from Doro. Wigan 30, Bradford 6. 4 minutes to go here. And there's just a little bit of a concern for Aribi Doro, who's gone down, receiving a bit of medical treatment. Guy Armitage is up on his feet, so there's just Aribi Doro who has a little bit of a concern. You can see the Bulls doctor on there. Well, they've already lost Brandon Douglas. Bradford lose Aribi Doro, then that could force Kurt Haggerty's hand to enter the transfer market ahead of that tie against the Huddersfield Giants. But Doro's back on his feet. Is he okay to continue? Looks like he's done something with his shoulder here. Doesn't look good. Well, surely Aribi Doro can't continue. He'll be led from the field here. And it's looking like a shoulder injury to Aribi Doro. Ankle injury, we're told, as well. Well, he's leaving the field, Doro. The Wigan public giving him a round of applause as he leaves the field. He has been a menace for Wigan this evening. So, 4 minutes to go. Aribidoro leaves the field. Big question marks then over Aribidoro and Brandon Douglas. That big game at Odsal next Friday. Bradford looking to maintain their unbeaten Odsal record. Bradford do have the scrum after Aribidoro put his body on the line. And with 4 to go here, it's Wigan 30, Bradford 6. Well, Aribidoro's walking pitch side unaided here. That's a good sign. But Ed Chamberlain,
ladies and gentlemen, just a reminder that the fan
he's come up with an error here early in the count. Here comes the attendance.
The community stadium has been confirmed and is 9,997. Thank you for your support. Also tonight's sponsors
9,997 here. A tremendous crowd. We said pre-match Bradford had sold over 700 tickets and Wigan were just short of 5,000 sold before the game, so a lot of people have turned up on the day to pay. And as the Wigan media manager said to me, with those 700 pre-sold by Bradford, certainly bring a lot more here than some Super League teams. Bradford now doing some defending here. Can they keep Wigan out? They can. Wigan are brought down. Sam Essay, a metre out from that Bradford line. It's going to go back here to Partington in front of the post. He's told to take the tackle because Patrick McGough had just come across and interfered with play, so he didn't want to concede the penalty. He'll play it, Will Partington. O'Neill to Ferryman into the in-goal area. That one's gone dead in goal, and it remains Wigan Warriors 30, Bradford Bulls 6. 2.5 to go here. Well, Kurt Haggerty will not be pleased with the rugby league injury gods, seeing Brandon Douglas feel his HIA and then Aribidoro leave the field with what I thought was a shoulder injury, but we've been nudged and told it was an ankle injury. Will be a third defeat away from Odsal and an early exit in the Challenge Cup at the 4th round. Bradford, though, still fighting, still showing a lot of resolve and fight here. Mills is rolled over on halfway, 3 tackles left. Masters now to Aikins, to Armitage. Armitage wrapped up, 15 inside the Wigan half. Second half, it's just 10 points to 6 to Wigan. Bradford keeping the Warriors at bay. Here goes Masters. Now to Sutton. Now to Hooley. Ball goes back. Picked up here by Aikins. Aikins keeps it going. Masters has it. Eason Masters looks for a black-shirted Bulls player. Finds one in Suter, but they've gone back towards the Wigan 30. They're now inside the 30. And Suter's wrapped up now on what's the last, just outside the Wigan 20. There's 60 seconds to go here. Masters threads one through for Ryan. Ryan regathers, knocks the ball on. 5 away from the Wigan line. And that was clever play there from Eason Masters, who's represented New Zealand and Cook Islands at international level. Bradford still playing with fire in the bellies right up till the hooter, which is just 34 seconds away. It is going to be back-to-back defeats for the Bulls, but by no uncertain terms have the Bulls been disgraced this evening. 20 points to 0 at half-time. Many a side would have folded in the second half. If anything, Bradford rolled the sleeves up, showing that resilience, resolve, that they are up for the fight and the Super League journey, which, of course, is back at Odsal on Friday evening when they take on the Huddersfield Giants. Crowd are counting us down here. Last 10 seconds, last play of the game. Wigan just shy of their own 30-metre line here with Noah Hodkinson